You guys know I like to keep it positive on my channels. I like to talk about movies that I like, and well, a Spookier Celluloid channel is just for movies that I've watched. And usually, I like to keep it positive, but today's movie, this piece of shit that I've just witnessed, doesn't deserve my generosity or me attempting to find positives, because I am going to be honest with you people, there is little to no positive about this. The only semi-decent thing I can say about Homicycle is that the music is okay. The background music is fine. I've seen reviews on Letterboxd saying that it was similar to John Carpenter, which, what are you smoking? Please stop talking. So Homicycle is a clever wordplay. No, it's not. That was sarcastic. So these are what I like to describe as third generation grindhouse inspired movies, and thank you, asshole with a pickup truck. So these are what I call third generation grindhouse inspired flicks. So to explain what that means is you had Grindhouse by Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez that came out in 2007, that was influenced by 70s and 80s exploitation films that played in drive-ins and grindhouses and, you know, just theaters that would display low-budget exploitation flicks. And then you had films like Hobo with a Shotgun and Father's Day that were influenced by Grindhouse, that was influenced by actual Grindhouse films. I like Father's Day. I think Hobo with Shotgun is A-okay, but you can clearly see that those films are more influenced by Tarantino's and Robert Rodriguez's film than actual Grindhouse films. Maybe not Father's Day. And then you had the third generation, which were super low budget, super indie films. Basically anybody that wanted that picked up a camera, threw in a terrible looking film filter on it, and made films that were not influenced by actual exploitation films, but instead by parodies like Hobo with Shotgun, Father's Day, and stuff like that. Now those can either be okay, decent, like there's none on top of my head because most of them are straight garbage, and Homicycle is part of that club. But this is not only shit, this is probably one of the worst pieces of said shit I've seen. This is honestly in my bottom rated films of all time. I'm already gonna spoil it. This is a 1 out of 10. Now I've only rated about 11 films personally with the rating of 1 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't like 1 out of 10 because that means that there's no positive to a film, and I'm just gonna say some of those movies that I've rated 1 out of 10. Homicycle, Thanksgiving, which is another movie I watched recently. I'm on a streak to watch terrible movies. I should really start watching good ones. Epic movie, Meet the Spartans, of course, The Boogeyman from 2005, Biker Zombies from Detroit, Plump Fiction, the Pulp Fiction parody, and Kill Bill Joe the movie, which was a Kill Bill parody, Identity Thief, and those are pretty much every movie that I've rated 1 out of 10s, other than some short films that nobody knows and that nobody cares about. See, I want to do everything but talk about this goddamn piece of shit, but I guess I'll have to. The story is this lady cop, her husband dies. He's killed by this gang. The leader of the gang is a guy that wears a robe, and every member of that gang, female or male, they wear high eyeshadow, they look ridiculous. They don't look menacing. Their accents are so goddamn awful that they're unconvincing when they try to act tough. You can clearly see that none of them could play a tough guy. Yeah, so that gang kills the police lady's husband, and she wants to get revenge, but she won't get revenge. Why? Because her husband will be resuscitated as this asshole on a motorcycle that attempts to take revenge on the gang that killed him, while his lady cop girlfriend gets kidnapped by said gang, and yep. Then this guy takes whatever airsoft they found at Walmart, because you can see the orange tips on them, and you can clearly see they're made out of cheap plastic because none of the actors sell the weapons as being anything other than being plastic little pieces of shit. There's no, like, when they shoot, there's no recoil. They're clearly just toy guns that they spray painted black, and they of course missed some spots because, as I said, you can see the orange tip on some of them. The CGI is so goddamn horseshit that I'm pretty sure that they didn't even use After Effects to do the muzzle flashes and the blood, because of course the blood splats are CGI. I'm pretty sure they just use either Premiere or even worse, Sony Vegas, and just threw PNGs of muzzle flashes on top for like 1 or 2 frames, and then added a yellow layer, did a circle mask, and just put the blur to 100, and they were like, oh, those look like perfect muzzle flashes. No attempt to color correct them to be the same color as the rest of the lighting in the scene. No effort was made in this entire goddamn film. Now this is a Canadian film, which is not an example of what we can do, and I added in my the wrong section of my collection because I was sure this was American because it was put out by, thought it was put out by Camp Motion Picture, but no, this is Bloody Earth Films, which I'm pretty sure is just the director's label. He just printed these. At least they're professional. Oh no, Camp Motion Picture. Yeah, Camp Motion Picture. I'm pretty sure I bought this directly from the director. As I said, this is Canadian, and not only Canadian, this was shot in my hometown. This was shot like 20 minutes away from where I am right now, by Brett Kelly, who's famous for having directed the film Jurassic Shark, which if this is his passion project, I can't imagine how goddamn awful Jurassic Shark is. Yeah, the acting is god awful. The production is horseshit. There's so many little mistakes with camera angles. This is totally amateur. There might be 2 shots that look good. The fake film filter looks like total dog shit. It's just repeating the same thing. You can clearly see where it loops. Nothing is convincing. As I said, the CGI is dog shit. The acting is terrible. Everybody like plays it up. As I said, this feels like something that was heavily inspired by Hobo with a Shotgun, but nobody had the same acting chops that the people in that film had, so it's just over the top acting, unfunny comedy. They said like they said shit jokes, but they used the word poop. There's a lady that shat and blocked the toilet, and that's a bit in this film. Look at this shitty looking blood effect. Like, they put this on the back of the cover. They thought this looked good. Please, this is on Tubi. Do not watch this. The best thing about this film is this cover. That's what sold me the movie. Now I'm pissed. Because I bought this based on the cover, based on the screenshots. I don't know how I didn't see how terrible that blood screenshot was. And yeah, so this is a terrible version of Kill Bill mixed with Nail Gun Massacre, which I really need to review on my main channel because I've referenced that film way too many times. I don't know what to say, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. This is a piece of shit. Stay clear of this one. Honestly, even free on Tubi would be a waste of time, and you indirectly give them money even if it's a few penny through Tubi's ads. This is not worth me talking a second more about. It's awful. This, I already said my rating. This is a 1 out of 10. I'm not gonna say a 0.5 because I've seen worst, which is sad. I think I hated Thanksgiving more than this because this didn't get me angry. Not as angry as Thanksgiving did. I hate terrible comedy movies, and this is clearly an attempt at comedy that failed in every way. But I think Thanksgiving was more insulting because this is just terrible jokes. Thanksgiving attempted to make the audience believe it was clever, even though it was a terrible piece of shit. But at least this knew it was a piece of shit. So yeah, fuck this movie. It sucks. I hate it. I'm pretty sure I worked with some people that worked on this, but I no longer work in television in my hometown, so who cares? I'm never gonna meet these people. If I see them at another con, I'll see the director and I'll punch him in the mouth. On Minecraft. Not in... I'm kidding, of course. This is a terrible movie. I'm tired. I haven't slept. And I've watched this. Fuck this movie. It's terrible. I'm done. I'm just rambling on at this point. This movie sucks. Don't watch it.